What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today. I thought, since there's been quite a few questions recently regarding the MX Bikes of Nations and when it's going to be and how you get signed up for it, I thought I'd give you, I guess, like a breakdown of all the information that you need regarding the event, and hopefully the people that aren't eligible for it aren't too disappointed, but I think there's some good things to come out of this as well. So I'm going to basically read word for word what Mr. Chicken, who is I think the main guy behind the scenes, pulling all the strings and getting everything together this year. I'm going to let you know what he said, and kind of give you my thoughts on it as well. So a lot of it's just me reading from, I guess a script basically, but I'll put some overlays on screen as we go as well, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So Mr. Chicken does say that it's a bit different this year. So in years past, it's been a case of regardless of who you are, no matter what skill level you are, you can sign up and attempt to qualify for your country, which is all well and good. However, it does mean there's a lot of extra work behind the scenes for the guys to then take the top three or the top one in each class and then do an additional event to choose the best one in each class out of the top three and so on and so forth. So what's happened this year is they have looked at all of the results and all the points from the European Aerial Series, the NA Aerial Series, and the Australian or Oceanic Series as well. And they've combined all these together and taken the top three in each class to then put them into the nations. So it's not a case of it's invite only. It's a case of you have been picked, but it's not necessarily like a, I guess a, what do you mean? Like a, doesn't matter how popular you are, so to speak. It's not picked in that regards. It's done on your performance throughout the year. So, for example, I've got a little overlay on screen right now. This is what they have come up with. And as we go along the list, you can see if we start in the top left, for example, the MXGP class, we have got Cam, Junior, and Aqua from Great Britain, as well as in the open class, we've got myself, Aiden, and Jams. And how that's been worked out is, again, from all of those series I mentioned, all of the points have been combined, and we are essentially like the top 6 450 riders from Great Britain that have competed this year. So then we've been chosen to go into these races. All of these columns that you see here are individual races themselves. It's going to be an EU server and an NA server, so people have the best ping possible. For some of the countries that are, I guess, less populated, or there's less players from those countries that play MX bikes, if there isn't 3 people from that country that have competed throughout the year, I don't think you've been able to be put in, unfortunately. And there are some anomalies here and there as well. Where is it, for example? I think, so if we go onto the far right on the open class and we scroll down to Guam, for example, Troy's not from Guam, but you know, he's a very popular figure in the community. So you get 1 or 2 situations like that where they have been chosen. And to be honest, I think outside of Reaperdoc, I don't know if there's any other players from Guam that play this game. I mean, I could be wrong in that regards. There's also another team that's like specifically for some of the aerial admins, so to give them, I guess, I get like a prize or a well done or a thank you for helping throughout the years with hoping or with hosting and so on and so forth. So I mean, if we scroll down, we've got countries like Great Britain, Belgium. We've got, what's the DNK's? Is it Netherlands or is that Denmark? I feel like it's Denmark. We'll see. Argentina, Czech Republic. Then we've got Germany. We've got Spain, Finland, France, Northern Ireland, I believe that is, Norway, Russia. What's ZWE? Is that South Africa? It might be South Africa. Then we've got Sweden, Estonia. Shout out to my Estonian plumbers. And it is a joke, by the way. I love you, Estonians. We've got Latvia, and then we got, the Netherlands down at the bottom. So if your country isn't on here, there's more over in the NA as well. So then we've got USA, Brazil, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, ZAF. No, I think ZAF is South Africa, isn't it? Then what is ZWE? I have no idea. I'm sure you guys will let me know. It's fine. I do apologize. And then we've got Guam. We've got, is that Puerto Rico, I think? And then Dom, maybe like Dominican Republic. Not too sure. But as you see, we've got lots of different countries taking place. And if your name is on this list, you are going to at least be able to qualify for the event. This is a qualifying list. This isn't a set in stone list of who's going to be doing the actual race. So if I do a little bit more reading, is this year is going to be completely different as before. everyone is going to be put into qualifying sessions, which I showed you just now, and a handful of players from each country have been picked, exactly like I just said, and it's done based on the highest point scorers across the entire year in all the different series. Lovely, we've established that. If you haven't been messaged about it yet at this point, then you probably aren't involved, unfortunately. Some of you might be upset by that, especially those of you that maybe you're from a country where maybe only 1 or 2 of you play this game across the whole country. Unfortunately, you do miss out. But we feel like this is the most, I say we, I've had nothing to do with this. They feel like this is the most organised way of going about things, so I have to back it, and thankfully I've been very competitive throughout the year, so I was able to be picked in there anyway. All I can suggest is if you feel a little bit hard done by that format, then come January time of 2024, just start competing. Get yourself in there, get yourself into the events, and if you show up throughout the year across all of the series, then you will be up there in points. So this time next year, you may very well be eligible to compete for your country. So it gives you a little bit more incentive as well. How it's all going to work is on the 28th of October, so I think 2 days after the point when you're seeing this, there is going to be a random wheel that is spun in Discord by Chicken, which will decide what track we're going to qualify on. It is a toss-up between 6 tracks, and those tracks are all JV MXGP tracks, which is between Turkey, the French GP at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. We've then got Germany, the other French GP at Ernée. We've got Trentino and also Sweden. So if you are on that list and you want to go and try out them 6 tracks for the next few days, then knock yourself out. You're more than welcome to do so. Once the wheel has been spun, people are going to have 20 minutes to practice on the track before the race servers go up. And you'll be split into various race servers. It says on that list as well which one you belong in. But once everyone has joined the server, there is going to be 2 20-minute plus 2-lap races with Olympic scoring. So if you get first place, you get first. If you get second, you get 2 points. Third, 3 points, so on and so forth. And whichever person in each class gets the lowest amount of points will be the one to represent their country. So let's say, for example, in race 1, I come first and Aiden comes second. And then in race 2, I come first, Aiden comes second again. I will have 2 points, he will have 4 points. I will be the person to represent the open class in Great Britain. That's how that works. Once all is said and done, and everyone's teams have been determined by the fastest or the best score in each class, how qualifying works in terms of what gate pick you get in the races is it will be done on, I think, total race time, which is quite an interesting way of going about it. So if my race time was 36 minutes and Chicken's race time was 36 minutes and 2 seconds, I would get a better gate pick than Chicken, so to speak. So that's how that works. And there's going to be a B main and an A main. And I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's have a little read here. It says, top 14 go straight through to the A main. So if your country qualifies 15th and worse, then you go to a B main, where the winner of the B main will be the last team to go in, and you'll be in the A main. So there'll be a total of 15 teams, I believe, altogether. So 2 riders from each country at a time, 30 people on the track. That's that. That's all said and done. For the track itself, it is going to be on Ernée. However, it's going to be a new Ernée. I believe the version that we already have in-game is basically identical to the layout that it was in real life. So whilst JV is making another one, there is some incentive to still practice on the current one that we have. I believe it's just going to be changing like ruts and bumps around a little bit. I'm a big Ernée fan. I have been struggling on the OEMs recently, and I believe this is a solely OEM event, so I do actually need to start practicing with literally 2 days left to go. So it's going to be available in the shop. You're going to be able to buy it on the 4th of November, because the actual race day is going to be the 4th of November. The format is going to be B main first on the 4th of November, and it's 1 10-minute plus 2-lap race. So it's basically like an LCQ, last lap dash as such. Very, very short event. But then straight after that, A main, it's going to be 2 30-minute plus 2-lap motos. The order of that is going to be race 1 will be MXGP and MX2. Race 2 will be MX2 and Open, and race 3 will be Open and MXGP. So everyone gets their 2 races in there. The worst finish for each team will be dropped. So if one of your competitors has an absolute stinker, and for some reason your team's getting like 3rds, 4ths, 5ths, but then one of your players got a 29th in one of the races, you drop the 29th. Same as real life, exactly the same format there. And then at the end of it all, scores are combined, and the winner is the winner. So I'm excited for it. You know, I mean, Great Britain won last year. I'm a little bit less confident in us this year because we are missing a massive powerhouse in Hurls, where he no longer plays the game. I think USA have it all to play for. In all of their classes, they have got very, very strong contenders across the board. I think they will be the ones to beat, essentially. But there's always some sleeper picks, you know? I feel like Brazil is slept on a little bit as well. Brazil always seems to have very, very fast people on there. I have noticed from this list, I don't see a Keegan anywhere, which surprises me, because I thought Keegan might be one of the MX2 guys. But I have no idea who Nathan is, so I don't know if someone's going in with a different name to normal. Maybe things have been mixed up, I'm not too sure, and sorry Nathan if I've offended you there. I've not heard of you before, unless you have, as I said, had a name change. So it's all to play for. Off the top of my head, not sure who's live streaming it. If I had to guess, I would say that it's probably Navo, since Reaper, I think, is competing for Team Guam, and then obviously I'm competing for Great Britain. If I don't manage to qualify, I'm not sure what I'll be doing, unfortunately, in terms of content or from a live stream perspective. So I just guess, fingers crossed, that I make it. I'll probably live stream the qualifying anyway, so you guys can have a watch to see what's going on. And yeah, I guess between now and then, I should probably do a little bit of practice and work out which OEM bike I actually enjoy using the most out of them, because I have been really, really struggling. So hopefully that's cleared things up a little bit for you in terms of the format and how people have been chosen. Again, if you haven't been contacted about it at all, then unfortunately you haven't become eligible for it. But like I said, it's more incentive for you to, I guess, start practicing a bunch more, and then come January time when Supercross starts, just get your grind on, start playing the game a bunch, do Supercross season, do the outdoor season, and then hopefully this time next year you'll be in with a chance to represent your country. So that'll do it from me. A little bit of an informative video for a change, rather than just me reviewing a track or something along those lines. So I hope you've enjoyed. If this has been helpful, or if you liked it at all, drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd really, really appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.